Hi, my name is Janet Gershon-Siegel, and I'm the Lonely Writer. This is serious social media help for the independent writer. That's the writer who does not have an agent. I am a graduate student at Quinnipiac University, and this is my capstone project. Today we're going to be talking about color theory with the color red, and in particular we're talking about it in the context of book covers. Now, color theory is really just the study of how we feel about certain colors, and if you think that they don't matter for your cover, you should think again. Now, when we think of red, we think of lots of different things, and there's way more than what I listed here. So it's not just cherries, but it's also bricks. It's not just blood. It's also strawberries, sports cars, nail polish, lipstick. You may think of anger. You may think of the country, China. Red is very popular for flags, but it's also used for stop signs and signals. Now, color theory is more than just a laundry list of colors. So it's also about how does it make us feel. Is it anger? Is it excitement? Or maybe danger? Or is it just that we should stop whatever we're doing at the time? Could be any of these things. Red's a primary, just like yellow and blue, or blue and green if you're on a computer. It goes with lots of things, and it works very well for lettering against a white or black background. So if you've got a black and white photo and you're using it for your cover, and there's a variation in the background, you can often handle that really nicely by using red lettering for your title or for your author name. Red will grab our attention. It holds it. People are they tend to not sit on a fence when it comes to red. Its meaning in culture often is for life or good luck, but it can mean beauty, it can mean joy, it can mean protection, or even drunkenness, by the way. We think of rubies and plums, English phone booths, also envelopes at Chinese New Year, and red is associated with each of these things. I've got a link here from sensationalcolor.com. There are, you often see stuff about chakras and things like that. However you may feel about that, there is definitely a very strong feeling about red in various cultures around the world. Now, when it comes to book covers, some of the best designed book covers these days belong to the Twilight series. Regardless of what's inside, Google the covers and check them out. The color red is used as an accent with a black background in all four of them. This includes as a pawn in a chess game, an apple, a torn ribbon, or the edges of a flower. And in fact, the flower has a petal that falls that's in the shape of a droplet, so it looks like blood. So you have the feelings of a pawn, which has got helplessness, the bloody edges of the flower, very much like vampires. The apple, of course, is forbidden fruit and the loss of innocence. So you've got all these things that come up, and it comes from the color red, and all these things that are associated with red. Twilight covers are fantastic, and they're really simple. But the other thing is that red is also the color of the cover of the quotations from Chairman Mao Zedong. So take that with a grain of salt, if you will. A bit more about red on book covers. A little tour around Amazon shows red on romance covers more often than on horror novels, at least when it comes to bestsellers. And I'm really just looking at the genre, and I'm looking at usually about the first page. But do your own tour around Amazon or Barnes & Noble, and you'll see what I mean. You also see it for historical fiction bestsellers, and despite the idea of red states, red does not dominate the cover of political works, and that kind of surprised me. So once again, this is Janet Gershon-Siegel, the Lonely Writer, because an independent writer never has to be alone. Thanks for listening.